Department of Justice ruling Louisville police for abuse, racial discrimination against blacks should not be looked at as justice. It should be looked at justice continuously denied and delayed. Also, it should also be understood that blacks have been suffering from censorship because the Department of Justice current ruling, what it does is verifies the validification of NWA F the Police song.
Wednesday, the U.S. Justice Department released a scathing report accusing the Louisville police of unlawfully discriminating against the city's black population as well as people with behavioral health disabilities. Attorney General Merrick Garland laid out the DOJ's findings Wednesday.
The report finds that LMPD uses excessive force, including unjustified neck restraints and the unreasonable use of police dogs and tasers, conducts searches based on invalid warrants, unlawfully executes warrants without knocking and announcing, unlawfully stops, searches, detains, and arrests people, unlawfully discriminates against black people in enforcement activities, violates the rights of people engaged in protected speech critical of policing, and, along with Louisville Metro, discriminates against people with behavioral health disabilities when responding to them in crisis. The Justice Department has also identified deficiencies in LMPD's response to and investigation of domestic violence and sexual assault. LMPD has relied heavily on pretextual traffic stops in black neighborhoods. In these stops, officers use the pretense of making a stop for a minor traffic offense in order to investigate for other crimes. Some officers have demonstrated disrespect for the people they are sworn to protect. Some have videotaped themselves throwing drinks at pedestrians from their cars, insulted people with disabilities, and called black people monkeys, animal, and boy.
We ain't doing shit. We not doing shit. You guys lost? Nah. You niggas supposed to be somewhere? Yeah. Here. We working. Oh, you working? Yeah, I bet. What we do? We'll find out in a minute what you did. Shut the fuck up. Get your ass on the ground now. Get on the ground. On the ground? What's supposed to do with this? On the ground. What we do? Hey, get out. Get on the ground now. Get your punk ass on the ground. Let's go. Get the fuck down. Hands behind your back. Interlock your fingers. This is fucked up. Interlock them. What the fuck you got us on the ground like this for, officer? For our protection. 7 of you and 4 of us. So sit tight and let us do our job. Hey, officer, I'm sorry. What is going on now? Can you stay right there, please? We're trying to check these bangers, make sure they're clean. All right, I'm sorry. These are not bangers, okay? These are artists. Excuse me, artists? Yeah. Seriously? Yeah. What kind of artists? Rappers. And they're working with me in the studio right now. Well, see, rap is not an art. And I'm sorry, who are you? I'm the manager. Well, you're wasting your time, Mr. Manager. You gotta be kidding me. You're wasting your time. Really? These clients of yours, these rappers, they look like gang members. You can't come down here and arrest people just because of what they look like. Are you crazy? But that's police harassment. You said you're a manager, right? Yeah. Not a fucking lawyer. Does that matter? You cannot come down here and harass these guys because they're black. People have rights. Step back. Step back. I'll step back. You let them up. Get up, guys. Come on, here. You don't tell them to get up.
You looking at the inspiration for NWA, fuck the police. Be clear about that. This was in the 80s, and here it is 2023, and they're just now acknowledging what rap has been saying for the entire time of its existence. Black people have been saying this for how long?
Step
We
back.
will decide that.
You have no idea. The people I know. I'm going to call the mayor's office. Step back.
See the differentiation in how they treated the white man versus the black. This is what this is what the Department of Justice has announced as far as Louisiana, but here, this is a movie depicting an incident that occurred in 1988 or 87.
Get up, now!
Okay.
And you keep your people in line, you understand?
And the fuck out of Torrance. Good. Come on. You got a problem? Sir, that's my jersey. You ain't tough now, huh? Just get the step. Eric, come on. Come on. Let's go. You got a problem? Ella? I didn't hear you. Let's go. You're so fucking shut up. Everything's fine, okay? Yeah. You got something to say? Q? You got something to say, boy? Q. Get inside. Let's get back to work. You heard what your master said. Get inside. Boy, you shut the fuck up. Hey, get the fuck back inside.
Look how the white man had rights, but the black man didn't. This is what the Department of Justice is acknowledging happened in St. Louis, in Louisiana, in St. Louis, where Breonna Taylor was killed, but this was ongoing. This was ongoing in the black community for long periods of time. Immediately after that incident, this song was motivated.
Got something to this beat. Hey, y'all cut it. What's it looking like, Dre? It's hard. Yo. Hell yeah, Q. Yeah. This gonna start some shit. This what we need. Hell yeah.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on. And thrown in jail, we can go toe to toe in the middle of a cell. Fucking with me cause I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold and a pager. Searching my car, looking for the product, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics.
Truth is, we can demonize hip hop as much as we would like to, but the truth is in the pudding, as they say. The fact is that hip hop was created, or so-called gangster hip hop was created from the environment and the culture that black people was placed in, and the Department of Justice ruling and stating that is just further verification that you should understand that this is what inspired gangster rap. This is what inspired the activities in our community, is the treatment of blacks by the government. The economical, the social, and the political disconnect from the black community is what created our condition.
Kristen Clark, the
At what stage and at what point do black men take accountability for their unwillingness or their lack of desire to take control of the security in their own community? At what point do you think that it is your responsibility to say that you need to create the security in your own community? Right? But you have an issue and a fear of crime, but you have a fear of crime because of economics. You think black people are stealing because they have money? You think they're stealing or selling drugs because there's other options? You really believe that about your people? Then you have to reevaluate yourself and your own thinking. If you really don't understand the lack of economic investment in your community and how that contributes to crime and why that makes you feel you have a need to police and why you feel you can't have anything, is because you have no issue with depriving your own community of wealth. Because your whole objective is to get out your community and not build your community. If you had the sense to build your community, then you would know the importance of protecting your community and creating investments in your community. And until you do these things, you will always be victimized by their policing system. Understand, their policing system is a way for them to keep themselves employed. They're not there to protect and serve your community. They're there to prey upon your community. This is one example for this state, but this is nationally. This is around all throughout America, how police treat black people. Let's not make it like this is one incident. This is Milwaukee, this is Chicago, this is Detroit, this is Atlanta, this is Louisville, Kentucky, this is anywhere, DC, this is LA, this is everywhere we go as black people. This is how they treat us.
You and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We're loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us. And now that I have the independence of action, it's my intention to work with everybody or against everybody, whatever the case may be, to try and get some kind of immediate solution to the problems that are confronting our people. I still believe the best thing for us to do is go back home to Africa. But while we're getting ready to go back, we've got to eat now, we've got to sleep now, we have to have some clothes now, our children have to go to school, and we need some place to work. So whatever kind of action program can be devised to get us the things that are ours by right, then I'm for that kind of action no matter what the action is. I don't think when a man is being criminally treated that some criminal has the right to tell that man what tactics to use to get the criminal off his back. When a criminal starts misusing me, I am going to use whatever is necessary to get that criminal off my back. And the injustice that has been inflicted upon Negroes in this country by Uncle Sam is criminal.